There are over 70,000 athletes playing NCAA football.
Over 15,000 of those are draft eligible.
About 330 are invited to the NFL Combine.
And only 250 some odd will get drafted.
Expert level performance is a result of expert level practice. I'm Loren Landow, owner and director of Landow Performance. I've been doing NFL Combine prep for 19 years.
My name is Dylan Cole, from Missouri State. I'm a linebacker, and I'm here training to make a 53-man roster team.
My name's Dave Spitz, owner of California Strength. I've been preparing athletes to participate in the Combine for 8 years.
My name is Brian Allen, played at the University of Utah, and I play cornerback. I have one goal right now, to play under the lights on Monday nights.
My name's Garrett Sickles. I play defensive end at Penn State, and my dream is to play on Sundays.
Our area of expertise is peak performance. We prepare them physically, emotionally, psychologically, give us an anchor date, a point in time that the athlete has to present their very best, and that's what we do.
We do have coaches that understand the process. We have coaches that understand what the scouts, position coaches, and GMs are looking for. So build up in speed. Once we hit that 20 marker, it's on. We're always out at the NFL Combine every year, talking to them. We get into the dome, we watch the testing, and so we have a good idea of what separates one guy from another.
What it takes to play in the NFL is a good understanding of how to maintain your health, because everybody by the 4th week of the season is pretty much too hurt to play. On top of that, it takes balance to work on all of the physical attributes that are going to allow you to participate on Sundays, as well as understanding your playbook and understanding your fundamentals. That requires a lot of discipline and a lot of commitment.
I was 11 years old when I told my parents that I was going to play college football. And I always had that dream of playing in the NFL, and once I got to college, it was definitely my main focus, my main goal to play at the highest level.
Coming from where I come from, it's not too many people, that go to the college and get the opportunities that I had. Once I got to the college level, I felt like, why not just go all out and try to make it to the NFL? Just setting goals for myself, and then, taking it step by step each day, reaching a different goal at a time to get to my ultimate goal, which is, playing in the NFL.
It's my sophomore year of college when I really was like, this is something I really want to do. I don't care what other people think. I don't care where I came from, how I got here. It's just where you end up.
At the end of the day, there's certain measurables that are just trump others. And at each position, those may be slightly different, but they're pretty consistent across the board. If we look at our lower body explosive numbers, our vertical jump, our broad jump, and our 10-yard start, across the board for every position, those are gold standard numbers that you're trying to achieve. Right now, it's about getting the nervous system, getting their muscular system able to generate a lot of force in a short amount of time. You have these young athletes who are trusting you with the direction of their future. This is a huge unknown for them. They've played college football, they're good in their bubble of what they've done, but they're taking this up multiple steps to get to the NFL. So the fact that they trust me, I want to make sure that every guy can pass every test, because it's an interview process, from the athleticism to how you carry yourself, how you warm up, how you look the scouts in the eye, how you answer certain questions. You're being evaluated at all times.
I need to trust who I'm working with. If you trust them, then you're willing to do what they tell you and willing to progress with them. He's very detailed, he's very intentional. It has not altered at all since I've been here. He's looking to make you better. That's his goal, and I trust him.
Half of an inch, hundreds of seconds. I mean, we're talking about slight mechanical factors that can change those numbers. With that being said, day one, when they come in, I show all of them a stopwatch. I hit start and stop on that as fast as I can. Every time it comes out to about 0.2 of a second. And what I'll do is I'll turn to a skill guy and say, this is the difference between you running a 4.5 or a 4.7. And when I've created context of time, it really shows them that they have to buy in. And they have to buy in right away. Now, with that being said, you can buy into what I'm saying right away, but for the skill to actualize takes time. The more sensitive or the higher the stress of the situation, the more time it takes to actualize. We ran a mock combine about a week ago, and we had some guys that performed it beautifully. Some guys that went back to old movement faults that they had because they haven't done the drill right enough, long enough for it to actualize in the most stressful situations.
When we have an athlete reach out to us, the first thing I try and get into is the why. Why is it important to you to play in the National Football League? Is there motivational factors that revolve around family or financial necessities, or is there just an innate passion in you that drives you to be the best at playing this game? As a coach, I need to levy the right language, the right psychological approach in order to maximize the athlete's performance. Until you run a 3.89, then you can decide how you're going to do it. And then what are the expectations? To make sure that expectation management is assigned early so that I can articulate what my role is in this relationship, and they know what I'm going to give them and what really I can control.
The best value a coach can bring for me to reach my goal is just being relentless and always demanding me to do more, always demanding me to do perfect reps and get the best out of every day that we have. That's what I require of myself, and I need a coach to also see that. Dave is, he's got a great reputation with guys going into the league and combine preparation, world class in Olympic lifting and restructuring people and having them get the best of their ability.
Since I came here, Dave was the same person from day one. He's just one of those guys, that doesn't change. He's gonna stay on you, make sure you're doing everything, and that's the type of coaching I respond best to. Just wanted to go out and get the best coaching I could possibly get to prepare me for the next level. Because when I get to the next level, it's guys, that's bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me, but my technique is right. I feel like I could play with those guys. Everything will work out.
When we push, it's the same rules, inside edge, but when we stick, it's inside edge, outside edge. Feet are wider than the hips.
I do a pre-test assessment. We go a full comprehensive medical evaluation on the day when they come in. And then we actually put them on the force plate, and we get their velocity profiles. We get counter movement, non-counter movement jumps, and we get an idea of who they are as an athlete. Are you more of an elastic guy? Are you more of a strength guy who needs to become a little bit more elastic? The next day we turn around and we go through all of our physical assessment, all the measurables that they're going to be tested on at the combine. From there we start saying, okay, here's how we need to identify this athlete, and here's how we can help them. And that's really what we've done with Dylan. He came in as a phenomenal athlete, but the cool thing is he came in and run like a 4.66 40, great athlete, great pre-time for a linebacker, but we've clocked him as fast as between 4.48 and 4.53 in this process now. He's putting together some really nice times, and to me, we're doing it on untapered legs at this point. So now we get ready for the actual pro day, and that's the second part of the training. It's really just dialing in all these finite aspects of all these different drills that he's going to be tested on, but also still cleaning up and polishing his position drills in the same time. My Mondays and Thursdays are my high neural output days. Those are the days you're going to see us running fast and moving weight and jumping and throwing things. Tuesdays and Fridays are more of our volume or our capacity days, where it spares the nervous system, but I can work on more of the metabolic aspects of what they're doing. But I also play around their 225 bench press on those days as well. So it's almost like a high-low training sequence. So high intensity on Monday, Thursday, and then low intensity, higher volume on Tuesday, Friday.
We got acceleration, top end speed. That's what we worked on today. Making sure that our top end speed when we're finishing a 40 is at the highest. We have a second session where we lift weights. Today's lower body emphasis, explosive emphasis, some power clean, some squats, jumping.
Everything that I'm doing in the training this far through this whole process has made me a better player. Now it's just about transitioning it onto the field and showing people what I can do.
We customize our training phases to coincide with the date that we're looking to peak the athlete at. So the first phase, reactivation. Second phase, accumulation. A lot of technical skill acquisition that has to be honed through the 40 drive and acceleration phase, the L drill, the 5-10-5, the vertical leap, the broad jump, and the bench press. While we're learning these techniques, we are accumulating what we call stress or volume, layering on tonnage, layering on volume on the field. The third phase we call transmutation, And that essentially is transferring a lot of that foundational work into more ballistic activities. And then we have a realization phase where we are getting the athletes to compete in the specific events themselves. And then we taper the athletes, approximately a 2-week tapering process, followed by a performance. One of the best tools that we have at California Strength to get the program that we've written into the hands of our athletes, either through the app or through the website, is this TrainHeroic software. So this is a view of our calendar for February, and each workout is published here from their morning session on the field to their afternoon weight room work. And so everything here is built and then delivered to the athlete on their phone in real time. So they can see their daily workout, they can look ahead and know what we're doing today, tomorrow, the next day, and they can track their results, and we can actually compete across the members in the class on what they lifted and how they performed.
Maximal speed as though you're finishing your 40.
Everything that you do is not right, and you have to make sure that you take coaching.
Here we go, Dill. Quick off the ground. A little more weight on your heels.
You may think you're doing it right, but then they'll come up to you and they're like, hey, I want your shin angle just like a little bit farther out.
You can start this drill with your heel slide and then transition it to your step over. But the step over, it's got to fold and then pull back. Fold, pull back. It's not just lift here and reach. You must get this, a little bit of that heel coming up, and then pull it through. At the end of the day, they're drinking through a fire hose. With all the information I'm giving them, I reiterate it every day because I know that early on they're not grasping it, but now they're starting to get it. But I reiterate so many messages each and every day so they understand, like, at some point it sticks a little bit. Push, 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 push. Good, just watch that left leg coming out to the side a little bit early. Being a better communicator has helped me be a better coach with these guys.
Little things can make you faster, and this is the things that you have to listen to and you have to get coached up on and actually apply. The difference could really honestly be like a difference of $1 million. It's a difference between maybe having a check and not having a check, maybe having a job and not having a job.
I have comfort in the amount of repetitions and the way we've coached things that when they get on that big stage, that they're ready to handle it.
Now we're in that time period of training where we're going through a rep and we know what it feels like to not do it perfectly. We know how our body responds to when it does do it perfectly.
Don't open up too early. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dave has done a great job of giving us pointers after every rep, teaching us how to run the 40, how to get the most knee lift and drive out of your drive phase, and just little pointers has a huge impact.
Don't open up to this. That's no good. Right here.
Immediate feedback when we're coaching in this setting is critical. What we like to do is make sure that the athlete performs a rep and gets instant feedback so that they go and make the correction, they perform another rep, they get instant feedback.
Come on, get down. Go!
Yeah. Getting feedback on the spot is important for me because I'm more of a visual learner.
Come on, get down on the right. Go, go, go. 4, 2, 2.
Understanding your athlete is really a critical part, and so crafting a message that brings about the desired result is the art of coaching. Deliberate practice is critical for these athletes because they need to not only perform at their best, but perform under their best under pressure. So operating on the ragged edges of their ability is a really important part of how to prepare them. The combine is the most important thing because it's the next thing, but it's not what will define you as a player. You get paid a king's ransom to play a kid's game. There's a lot of pain that goes into the process, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Coaching allows you to see the best and worst of people and be able to bring out things inside of them that they never thought were possible.
You have to define good to your athletes.
Lead with your shoulders, not your hips.
It's going to be all the way through the sartorius, through this glute medius.
These coaches that just regurgitate one-size-fits-all type information, it's absolutely wrong.